Hey, hot vibes, everybody out there. It's Luminary Jay from the RTM community. Welcome to the channel. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about spiritual community and, the importance of community, the importance of spiritual community, and why, during these times, we really need to come together. Before I get into that, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, tick the bell, get notified, whenever we post future videos every week. So stay tuned with that. So the first thing I want to get into is what is a spiritual community, because there's a lot of fakes in this reality, unfortunately, but at the same time, it's a learning experience. Like, we all have to go through that experience of going through fake to get to the real. It's a journey, and we have to be aware that there's certain things set up in this reality that tries to stop true ones from coming together and connecting. You could see it in society, you could see it in reality, with different programming, social distancing, they say that word and people are pushing out that frequency of disconnection. They don't want people to come together. And when you look at spirituality and you see how even in the word spirit is in the word spirituality, and it shows like, there's a spirit in me that is in you, and it's the same spirit, and we got to connect our spirits together to get the full effect, the full experience that we can have while we're here. Because a lot of people, they're in tune with the me frequency, they're on that me frequency, and they're tuning into themselves, which it's okay, to have that perspective, because you have to have your subjective experience and your subjective growth. There's nothing wrong with having that subjective perspective in the growth that you're focusing on, hitting certain targets and goals that you need to focus on, spiritually, mentally, and physically in your life, but, taking it to the next stage. And that's what I wanted to get into in this video, is like getting together with the true spiritual community, because like I said, there's a lot of fake, spiritual communities out here, and you have to be aware of like what fake and real is in this reality. And the real is, growth. Like, you're actually growing spiritually, mentally, and physically. You're taking steps in your reality that's going to create a certain change in your life and in the lives of others around you. And you want to be in tune and in alignment with people that are on that same frequency, people that are trying to grow, people that are taking steps in their life, to evolve on a subjective level. You have to be able to, that's the thing about a spiritual community. You have to have that perspective of we, and that's what, coming together spiritually is all about. Spirituality, it's all about coming together and linking yourself in with other people, sharing your experiences that you go through. That's a big part of being in a spiritual community, is that you have the ability to connect. You have the ability to share your experiences with other people that have experienced different things in their reality that you can connect with, and share your experience to get a bigger perspective on what is going on in this reality, because a lot of people, they're not tuning into what is actually going on. They're listening to what people are telling them to listen to, which a lot of fake spiritual gurus, they'll get you to focus on, manifestation or, aliens, just different programming and stuff like that. And you have to be able to observe like what is true spirituality. And true spirituality, it's about connecting and coming together, but it's about also connecting with the right information, the right spiritual water that's going to get you moving and progressing in your life in a positive way. Because there's fake spiritual guides and stuff like that. They claim to be spiritual guides, right? But they're telling you things that aren't in alignment with actually raising your vibration. And if you observe that in your life, you can start to spot them out. You start to see like, okay, who's the energy vampires, or who's the psychic rebels? Like, you start to become aware. But when you get, involved with the true spiritual community, you start to have like that full love, type of perspective in your reality, to where you're opening up, basically your energy field to other people's energy fields, and you're able to intertwine and connect and like share your experiences and grow together on a collective level, because they want people social distancing, they want people separating themselves from each other. And spirituality is all about coming together, so we have to take that step on our paths, to really link up spiritually, mentally, and physically. And it's really important during these times to do that, because let's say that you're tuning into the me frequency, right? And it's getting you in tune with your ego. And by tuning into your ego, there's what they talk about in the Bible, basically like with the 7 deadly sins, Astro goes into those, and, he terms it like the ego identifiers, because in reality, that's what they are. They're ego identifiers. And there's people that most society is tuning into those 7 deadly sins, you know, those ego identifiers, and they identify with that. So they're in that me frequency. They're not able to connect on a we frequency. They're not able to balance out that love, you know, and actually have that connection with other individuals. So you have to be shielded on your path from those types of people and stuff, so that you can come together with the right people. Because there's people that they're like, yeah, let's connect. Like, they try to connect with their physical family, you know, they try to connect with people in their day-to-day life, you know, people at work, you know, they try to connect in those types of ways. But a lot of times, you know, what you'll come to realize is that they're not connecting on a frequency that you're connecting with, because you're a spiritual being. And, you know, if you're watching this, you're trying to become, or you're being a spiritual being, you know. And like people in society, like people that, you know, you might live with, you know, friends, family, they're not into a spiritual community, you know. They're more so isolated on the me frequency. So when you show them that we frequency, a lot of times you'll get attacked for it. And that's why, you know, I highly recommend, you know, check out reprogramthematrix.com, because, you know, we're all coming together spiritually first. Because when you come together spiritually first, you're letting go and putting aside those 7 deadly sins. Like, you're pushing those to the back, and you're just, you know, putting it down. Like, you're getting, you know, you're putting that to the side, and you're choosing to connect. You're choosing to come together with that full love perspective, so you could help, you know, raise up the vibration of the planet, you know. And that's why we call it reprogram the matrix. You know, be that change that you want to see, you know, in your life, because you got to reprogram your inner matrix and then reprogram the outer matrix. And the only way to do that is to come together and really be that change. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and leave a like. Check out reprogramthematrix.com. As I had said earlier, we'll leave links in the description. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Peace in and out, and keep turning up.